Hi everyone, it's Wendy Lee. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a small tutorial and show you how to make the fancy fold rosettes, which are these, using your cutting machine. So you can see that they have these little indentations at the end, and I made it in a solid color too, and I'm going to show you some lessons learned, etc. So let me tell you a little bit about how I came about these. I had been watching some videos for the last couple of months where randomly people would talk about these fancy fold rosettes, and that they were not that easy to make because originally they came from an Griffin embossing folder set called Paper Tricks. Unfortunately, that set was sold out, and it's from 5 years ago, and it's sold out, and it's sold out everywhere. And so I saw Solo Crafts making strips, like these strips for people so that they can make their own, which was so nice of her. And I was watching the video on it and I was like, man, I wish I could get those. And I searched and it's like I couldn't find the embossing folders. Then I came across two very talented crafters, Amy L, which I will put her channel below, and Crafty Little Sam, who had figured out a way to do it without the embossing folder, like manually do it with like your scoreboard and all that sort of good stuff. And I was like, you guys know me if you watch my videos. I'm the person that will rather order from Amazon and pay more money instead of waiting for it to come from China in a month. I'm impatient about certain things. So I just kind of skipped out on it, but I really admired them for being so like crafty and figuring it out. So fast forward to this weekend, I'm working on a project for the 4th of July, and I went into Cricut Design Space and I had searched for rosette. Let me show you what I found. So I'm gonna pull my monitor down, and here is Cricut Design Space, and you can see that I searched for rosette. And as I was looking, I came across this rosette right here, and I was like, gosh, that really looks familiar. Like, could that be the fancy fold rosette? And so I clicked, of course I printed some out right away, but I clicked on the little info icon and it says view image set. So I was like, okay, let me view the image sets. The name of the image set that it comes from is Anna's Scoring Wheel Tricks. And there's a bunch of different just a bunch of different cool little things you can make with it. But because it said Anna's Scoring Wheel, it made me think Anna Griffin. Not 100% sure. I really wish they would have put her last name. But anyway, I printed it out. I cut it out on my Cricut. And for me, I have the Cricut Maker, and I cut it out. When I say print, I mean cut. I cut it out on a 12 by 12 piece of paper. And so it came out like this. Let me see. Yeah, it came out like this. So let me move this monitor back a little bit because it's probably casting a shadow. So you can see that it's got the folds going up and down, but then it also has the V-shaped folds, which was just like what Solo Crafts had. And so I was like, okay, let me test this out. So I'm going to show you how I made mine. So I'm new to this. You guys might find some better tricks or whatever, but I'm just going to give you a jumping off point and you take off with it. So the first thing I did was I folded it to the right, and you just do accordion style like you normally would with any other rosette, right? And so then you get to this point where it's folded in an accordion style. And then what I like to do, because I find it makes things easier later, is I like to fold it all the way up into an accordion, and then I take my bone folder and I just rub it on there and get those creases really crisp. Like that. And then one thing that I want to tell you before you start this is you probably want to start off with some ugly cardstock because when it comes to the folding part of folding those little V's, it takes some getting used to. I'm going to show you a trick that I came up with that helped me, because let me show you what will happen. Now it could be just my paper. This is just 65-pound cardstock from Michaels. It's Recollections brand. Maybe if I would have used like an 80-pound or whatever, this wouldn't happen, but you know, it's gonna take some getting used to folding those V's in, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Especially the first one can be kind of tricky. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your thumb and you're gonna press it. You're gonna hold your index finger and this thumb down here to put a little bit of pressure, and then you're going to use your thumb at the very tip to push in and get that V shape. So you push it in. See, it's kind of hard to get it going on the first one, and then you're going to pinch it. So do you see that? Now that you've got that, it's going to make things a little bit easier for you, because you're going to have some pressure coming from this side. Over here, you really didn't have that much pressure in the very beginning. So you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna push it in at the tip. And what I like to do too is put my thumb sideways and really turn it into a V. And then you're gonna pinch it. And you're just gonna keep doing that. So you're gonna push it in at the top. You're gonna put your pressure in by pulling these forward. Push it in at the top. Get your thumb in there into the crease and pinch it. And you're gonna keep doing that. And at first you might get this happen to you. Just keep practicing. So then what's gonna happen is you're gonna get these folded all the way down. And when you come to this piece right here, you're gonna cut this last piece off. And let me get my scissors and show you. So you're gonna cut the last piece off, and then you're gonna cut it straight, not like me. I'm like looking around my camera. And then what you're gonna do is, do you see how there's a piece of the V left? You're gonna cut that off, and I'm gonna show you why. So you should end up with it like this. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna come around, and you're gonna see how this fits perfectly here. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna take this piece and you're gonna put it over on top of this one, and you're gonna glue it. I just glued it with some wet glue. And then you're gonna let it dry. I've tried doing it this way, and I find that it turns out better when I glue that little piece on right there. So then the next thing that you're gonna do is you're just gonna flip it like you would any other rosette. And you're gonna pinch it in and just make sure everything looks good, and you're gonna hot glue it. And once the glue is dry, then you're gonna do whatever you want to the top of it. Maybe you're gonna put a couple of scallops on it. Maybe you're gonna put some flowers on it, whatever you wanna do. But that's it, guys, that's all you have to do. And I thought I saw somebody, I was looking up yesterday to see, has anybody made a video about this? And I'm sorry that I can't remember the video that I watched, but it was someone else using the embossing folders. And down in the comments, somebody said that you can do this on the Silhouette as well. Like there's a file for it in Silhouette. So I don't know if Silhouette has a Design Space equivalent, or if you have to go somewhere and you have to buy files. But if you have a Silhouette, you might want to look it up. But definitely it's available in Design Space. I have the subscription to Design Space, so I don't know if you're gonna have to pay like $1 or something to buy this. I really don't know how it works if you don't have a subscription to Design Space, so I'm really sorry about that. But I'm sure you'll figure it out. But anyway, I would love to see if you guys make these. I have an Instagram below. Please tag me, share the video. It'll really help my channel. Thank you so much. Let me know if you guys have any questions below. I would be happy to help in any way that I can. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.